After years of searching, Monty found this scrap of land squeezed between two listed Georgian villas in South London. It's so tight, no one thought you could put a house on it. But with a lot of creative thinking, Monty's devised a challenging, low-cost design that fits snugly onto this awkward-shaped plot. How did you find it?
4 years. Took of loads and loads of sites that I couldn't afford. Yeah. And finally this one came through at an auction.
So how much did you pay for it?
This was 40,000.
That's very, very cheap.
It sounds very cheap.
It sounds cheap to me.
But it took me 2.5 years to get planning.
So where are you at now? What's it going to be?
It's going to be a mono-dimensional contemporary space of a light and airy nature.
Yes, but what's it going to be?
Bungalow.
Because this project's being drawn up as we go, that sometimes causes issues as well. That is hard, not having a full set of comprehensive drawings and designs, which I can literally, if Monty went away for 2 months, I could carry on building. Whereas if Monty went away now, I could probably carry on building for a couple of weeks.
To buy some time, he's forced to hire in some professionals. Of course, without drawings, explaining the design is nigh on impossible.
OK, how do you want to do this, Ollie?
So Monty's design assistant steps in.
This was made last Monday. It's a cereal packet. It's the back mezzanine, and it was made in order to show the welder where everything has to go.
The model that he fronted up, I thought it was something out of play school, and it was a bit of a laugh.
No, I mean, that model helps us all understand it, I think. Including me, who I'm supposed to tell everyone what to do.
The sliding glass roof light will be the great centerpiece of Monty's house. At least with this part of the build, Monty knows what he's doing, because he's made them before. You built the whole of this roof?
Yeah.
And the one you're going to build in your house, then, is it similar?
Yeah, the house ones, my one's going to be fractionally smaller, but otherwise the same concept. Yeah.
I mean, move over Thunderbird 1. Look at this. This wonderfully engineered structure weighs 600 kilos, but slides effortlessly across the roof. The piece of glass I'm lying on is 6 millimetres thick, but it is toughened, which means it's very, very strong. I've come back to see not only if it's complete, but also if it actually works. Well, it's grown, this building. It's rather finished. It's rather sleek for Monty. And it sits, look at that, it sits really nicely here. It's very modest. How's the place?
This is fantastic.
Of course, the transformation from building site to home has been made even harder by the arrival of a new addition to the family. But has it been worth the effort?
It's very strange living in terms of our own house.
What, still?
Our own space.
But you've been here so long. You still sort of wake up every morning and think this isn't... What?
But it's constantly changing. You know, this room changes just from being sort of indoor.
Is it still working, that? Is the roof still doing its thing?
Yeah.
Come
Still
on.
working. The really weird thing is how much we use it.
Do you? I just thought you would, because this thing is so big. When it opens, it changes the space from being a room into a courtyard.
It does, because you get all the noise and the wind just drifts in and out.
If it was smaller, it would be a room with a skylight that opened, but it is so massive. This place is so ingenious. It's like living on a boat where everything is designed to save space. Every nook and cranny is used. Oh my goodness. It's brilliant. What a solution. I tell you, this place is so well thought out. It's really compact. It's not so much like being on a boat. It's more like being on a space shuttle. But there has always been one idea that I've yet to be convinced about. I see. You really use this?
Yes,
absolutely. Do you use it every day?
Every day, and we don't have another bath. This is Flint's bath.
Yeah, clearly. Actually, what I rather do like is the fact that not only do you hide the bath, but you hide all the bath toys as well, which in most bathrooms, with small children, is a real problem. With baths under beds and sinks in drawers, there's a magical side to this home. It has a sense of humour. As Monty lights the gel-fuelled fire that he designed, I realise that this house does everything a normal house can do, only in a very different, exciting way. Everything in this place is bespoke, but that must have come at a cost well beyond the original £120,000 budget.
We spent about 185, I think.
That's pretty good.
on the build, plus the 40 of the land.
And did you get the mortgage in the end?
Amazingly, we did. That's the really weird thing. Well, it's not weird at all, actually, because it really bugged me off, because obviously no one would give me any money originally, even off the plans from an award-winning architect. Once they saw it in person, oh, wow, have loads of money.
I know you've had friends lend you money. I know your mother's helped out, but your dad remortgaged his house, didn't he, to help pay for this? So have you been able to pay him back?
That was what the mortgage was for. The mortgage paid him back and paid off all my friends that lent me money too.
So what happens in 35, 40 years' time when Flint comes to see you and he says, Dad, could you remortgage your house to help me fund a project? What would you say?
Absolutely.